This presentation is made possible by these amazing individuals and organizations. Whether it was through Patreon, Super Chats, Super Stickers, or by watching, liking, and commenting, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Hi guys, welcome to the Retro Nerd Girl live stream, and today we're doing a watch party for the Time Machine 1960. I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite movies. Definitely one of my favorite old school sci-fi movies, a classic, and it's just wonderful. I see that some of you guys may not have a copy, but before we get to the watch party, if anybody has any personal stories or things that they want to say about the movie and how it makes them feel. I mean, this is one of my it's definitely one of my favorite movies. So I'm just so happy to be able to do this watch party with you guys. So let me see. I'm gonna just set up a couple of things. Let's do this uh, little banner down here, just in case anyone is visiting and would like to see what we're doing and see what's going on and follow along. There's the kind of instructions, and let me get things set up a little bit. Oh, I forgot. I forgot one thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm all set up, but I forgot one major thing to do. Um, and maybe I can do it really quickly. But first, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. So the first one up is Daryl Johnston. You were the first one here. At least according to my records here, it says that you're the first, and you were here at 11:32. Wow, that's early. That's early, but that was Pacific time. So, yeah, thank you for being here so early. And also letting everyone know that they should not forget to hit the like button. That is awesome. And while, since you mentioned it, let me see if maybe I should uh, do a little, let's see if I can get my like. There we go. Yes, do hit the like button if you so happen to be enjoying any of the things that are going on in this stream and or want to support more watch parties for movies like this. So there's that. And let's see. Who else is here? We've got Adam, who says, "RNG, I'm your newest YouTube member, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much. That is just awesome. You know, this is really going to help the channel quite a bit as I'm trying to do more things to help make it a great experience. And I think one of the first things that's on my schedule is really definitely getting a better camera. And I'm putting together a little thing together for getting a new camera. So that should be coming real soon. And you guys, being members, really helping me to keep the channel afloat and going. So I appreciate it so much, so very much. And Hungry Jerk is here. Says I'm at work again. Gonna have to listen. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you listening in while you're at work. It really means a lot to me. And Unicorn Rampant Studio is here. So good to see you again. And says congratulations to Adam. And lets him know. And also is just listening in as well. And it looks like we've got a reason why the client coming in home in 3 days early is great because that is less work, but I didn't get a chance to brush the dog. Aw. So essentially spending the next hour brushing an old pup. So sweet. I do love stories about little puppies. So so that is so sweet. Yes, and Daryl Johnson says, well, it will keep you out of trouble and your pup gets a nice brushing. Yes. And oh, look who's here. It's William Blake Hall and saying hello to everybody. Says, this will puzzle me a bit because she already did a great review on this of this a year ago. Plus, I've got no copy to watch. But hey, George versus Morlocks. Yes, well, I thought it was appropriate since we were looking at time travel movies to at least do a watch party. And typically, my goal is to have the watch parties and to also have reviews for all of these movies that I'm doing watch parties for as well. To kind of, if you wanted to look into the future, some of the stuff we've done watch parties on, definitely the movies I want to kind of break down. Um, in more detail. But this is I'm also going into the backlog to see movies that I've reviewed and just kind of wanting to get that fresh perspective sometimes. It's only been a year since the last time I've seen it, but it this is one of my favorite movies. So I hope you guys will indulge me in this. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's playing anywhere. If anybody knows if it's playing anywhere else, um, let me know if there's a copy of it on. Sometimes on YouTube there's a free copy, but I didn't see one. Daryl Johnson is says that I don't get to watch it either. I'm watching Hotel Paranormal, one of those travel channel shows. I'm doomed. Well, I will have fun with it, and I do, like I said, I do appreciate you doing double duty, listening in on the watch party and stuff. That really means a lot to me. And Joseph Begay is here. Hello, Joseph. How are you? Says this is the Saturday matinee feature movie since I saw it. Since I first saw it, Rod Taylor and Yvette Menu. Um, Menu is in it, of course. Yeah, I always get her name, but it's one of the things are silent. And Brogu is here. It says hello, everyone, and hello to the incredible retro nerd girl, RNG. Many weeks ago, I came across your channel, and I felt uh, and I felt just like a rocker hearing Zeppelin for the first time. Really? Wow, amazing. Thank you, RNG. That is so super, 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 super duper sweet. So thank you. I appreciate the very super kind words. um, and William Blake Hall says, "Hey there. What's sad is that in time I could watch this um, um, a local Jewish run bookstore could finally open up for a couple of hours tonight." Um, oh, okay. Is that in the time that you could watch this, a local could finally okay, so there's a local store that is gonna open up tonight, possibly? Um, well, yeah, I don't know, bookstores are awesome, so maybe there's a joke there I'm not getting. Uh, and Unicorn Rampant Studios says, "Bring it home, Brogu." That is so sweet. You guys are so nice. And Keith E is here, says just stop by to, I believe, by the lens support or to lend some support. I think that's what you're trying to say. We're trying to, but it's so awesome to see you, Keithy. Thank you so much for doing that. Yes, to lend. Yeah. And we're getting let's see, it's Siri, right? It's Siri is changing what you're saying. And Hebe says, my hippopotamus looks at the time in the kitchen, the living room, in the bedroom, and he thinks that he is a time traveler since none of the times are the same. Oh, interesting. Yes. Yeah, I have a device that is also time traveling into the future. It's a little bit fast. Uh, and I'm like, oh, all hailing frequencies open, Lieutenant Retro. Thank you. And let's see. Um, and Daryl is saying hi again. And Joseph says it's amazing how little alien Alan Young changed when they filmed The Time Machine, The Journey Back in 1993. Um, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I need to look. I need to watch that. I did see the 2002 movie that was directed by Simon G. Wells, and I thought he did a great job. Um, but he changed his grandfather's story emphasis instead of it being about like the socio-political stuff he was talking about, the classisms, he changed it to sort of the other aspect of time travel, which I find very interesting, is like going back and trying to change things and right wrongs from the past. And so it was very interesting that his discovery and what he was trying, his message was you can't go back and change the past. And that was, I thought that was brilliant. I mean, it's not the same movie as, it's not the same concept either, but I do like that twist on the idea. And I also thought, and I mentioned this in my review, that I don't think he should have called it the time machine. That you should have called it something else. Um, to relieve some of the pressure. So Sin Havoc is here. Oh my God! Hello, it's great to see you. And yes, William, you bring up a great conversation element. Which three books would you take? Because at the end, he does uh, take three books in which to restart civilization. And what books do you think he takes? Now, here's another thing. What if he doesn't go back to the future, but he goes to the past? They don't show you where he goes. So it's very fascinating. Very fascinating. Um, and um, and Joseph B. Gay says, this was my favorite version of the time machine. Me too. I think so. It's my favorite. Unicorns is one major thing. LOL. And William Blake calls this this movie is like Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, often copied, never rivaled. Yes, and yeah, never rivaled. It just has incredible story plot that's really like it's the more powerful of all the versions. And Joseph B. Gay says, hit the like button, hit check. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Sid Havoc is definitely asking everyone for likes for me. Thank you. And Unicorn says, WBH, you speak of amazing books. Um, and let's see. Um, well, William says, one on Forbes in my own of Squirrel Hill. Um, the one on Forbes in my own oh my gosh. One on Forbes in my town on of Squirrel Hill. And Danny Staten is here, says greetings from South Carolina and greetings from Project Genesis. And there, yeah, and Jack says, hello from Texas, remembering watching this on TV when I was first broadcast. Read the novel in fourth grade, followed by the rest of H.G. Wells' works. A great film that still holds up. Yeah, it really does. It really does. And if I do know that some more modern reviewers that are younger may look at the special effects and say, hey, they look pretty simple, and they were very simple, but at the same time, they did uh, they were groundbreaking because it did win an Academy Award. The effects in this movie won an Academy Award. That says a lot. They did do some pretty astounding things. And let me see. Okay, Larry is here. Good audio is most important. Yes, it is. I hope my audio is good. Thank you. And let's see. And Joseph also says, which three books would you take? And for myself, as to answer that question, I don't know. It's a tough choice um, to see. I know there's some people who immediately have answers for that, but I myself just don't know what three books. I would probably take more than three books. I would just take every book I owned, but that is a good question. If anyone has any suggestions of any books that they would definitely take with them. If they were starting civilization over again, please let me know. And William Blake Hall says, new categories, movies rating both movies rating both reviews and watch parties. Yes. Yes, I mean, I like the deep dive on a lot of these things, but also it's kind of nice to just watch these movies too. So kind of wanted to put both of them together. And Larry says, H.G. Wells and Jules Verne were sci-fi pioneers. Also include Mary Shelley's Frankenstein as the first sci-fi novel. Very, very important to do that. Yes, these are icons of our historic literature and movies. So I do love that you bring that up. That's so important. And Mary Shelley, in particular, had a great deal of interesting works besides Frankenstein too, as well. It's really fascinating to the look of on these incredible writers' lives. And Daryl Johnson says, "I can do two things at once. I'm talented." And Wells, not Wells. Got it. I got it. Or Wellies, is that what you're saying? Wells, not Wellies. Um, Wells, the author. Wells, the radio broadcaster. And Rats just messed that out. Um, and oh yes, you saying he just wants to go back to Weena. Right, yes. He wants to go back to Weena. Of course he loves her. But in the story. And but what if, what if he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna that's if she's there, because I don't know, he may have changed the past, well, the 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 future's past by even showing up and telling people about the future. So, you never know. And Larry says Alan Young is best known for Mr. Ed TV series. Yes, the guy who plays his best friend, David uh, Fra- Frowns, or uh, David Philby. It's in there. It's in the memory. Oh, look. Thank you, Skywalker the Jedi. Thank you so much. Much love to you, Retro. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I have a special thank you for you. See if I can find it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by and dropping me such a nice gift. Thank you. And um, let's see. Right. Larry is saying that he went back to his girl in the future. Yeah. I mean, that's what we all assume, but you never know. I really, I'm one of those people who are like, well, maybe he changed the future a little bit. But if he didn't, then he went back to her and he brought those books to teach. Again, what I was saying, start over, restart civilization. Because remember when he went to the future, how the books fell apart? That was my favorite, one of my favorite scenes. I loved the sheer horror in his face when he was holding those books and it just fell apart on him. It was just beautiful. Beautiful. And Chef Innes says listening in and playing with puppies. Hey y'all. Oh my God, there's so much puppy love today. And it's incredible. I hope this is not this is probably, is this foreshadowing? Puppies are invading my mind, because there was an adorable puppy that I saw earlier today, and I'm like, oh no. uh, yeah. So let's see. Um, And Larry says George Pal produced and directed great movies. He sure did. He had a knack for really getting a great deal of amazing movies. War of the Worlds, my gosh, that was so incredible. What an incredible job there. And Unicorn Rampant Studios says I would definitely just stay there and just let everything stop. Um, and just let everything uh you mean stay in the future or stay in the past? Um and Larry says, I would take all the letters of the World Book Encyclopedia. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, that would be a good one. That would be a good book, the encyclopedia. And William says, it's just TV, but great TV episode about time travel is the original Outer Limits, The Man Who Was Never Born, starring Martin Landau. Oh, I forgot that one. And Jack says, three books I would take are available today: engineering, biology, and astronomy. That's really cool. Yeah, like an astronomy book. Yeah, one of each would be really cool. Um, I didn't even think about that. There's something like that. That's really cool. So I caught up with the chat, which is really awesome. So give me 1 minute, guys, because I didn't set up my graphic for today, which is muy importante. Um, and let's see. Um, where do I put these things? Ah, it'll take me a moment, guys, to set up my image. Gonna just grab one from online really quickly to put in there. I had everything set up and ready to go, but I forgot an image. Just like um, that. Time Machine 1960. Such a great film. I do adore this film so much. Oh wow. Let's see. It says um okay. If you have Hulu, it's available on Hulu. So for anyone who has Hulu, you can watch it on Hulu. I'm watching it on Amazon, and but it is one that I purchased a long time ago. So um, uh, let's see if we can get this. Is a beauty. I got the perfect image. And sorry for the delay, everyone. Um, all right, and I've got the image. Where's my? There we go. It's uploading, guys. It's uploading. There we go. And is this the one that we no, is that the one? Trying to figure out which one is the one that I usually use. I think this is the one that I usually use. All right, well that looks decent. And let's see what you guys have been saying. Joseph Begay says The Time Machine and War of the Worlds were sci-fi classics. Both films look great even by today's standards. I think so. I really do. War of the Worlds is just one of those movies that just captures fear in such a good way, such so brilliantly. And then the remake wasn't bad. I liked that remake. With Tom Cruise, that was a pretty good film. Steven Spielberg, not bad. And William Blake also says, but if I had lightning fighting skeletons by Harryhausen, it might be the ultimate Saturday matinee movie. Yes, that that is incredible. That's an incredible visual, and and there, you've got some agreement. You've got some agreement. And Jack uh, says another George Powell classic is When Worlds Collide. And guys, I have never seen When Worlds Collide, and I think that is I am due to watch that. I'm due to watch it. Let me just write it down as an extra as an extra little push and incentive for me to watch that movie. Okay, let's see. And oh, Lance Chafin is here. Hello, Lance. How are you? So good to see you. And Joseph says regarding When Worlds Collide, just wish they didn't go with the cartoon ending. Oh, okay. Thanks for more. Yeah, thanks for the warning. I would have been like, "What?" And Larry says, "Weena, Yvette Menu just died last year at 80." Oh, yeah, she was so good in that, and she was great in the Black Hole as well. Really, a good movie. That was a great movie. Oh, we're thinking just alike, Jack. Yeah, yeah, she was really good in that. Um, and look, so let's see. I think we're started. We're getting started here. Yes, R.I.P. To Miss Mumu. Um, and um, Gordon likes Black Hole. Yeah, I mean that movie, I was just 10 and I was scared out of my mind when I saw that one. That movie scared me. Like I wasn't scared for some of the other movies that I'd seen around that time, but that one really did. And there was another movie that was very similar to it. They were making a lot of scary sci-fi at that time, and that was one that really got me a little scared. Yes, okay, I wasn't alone. It was scary. There was just something super scary um, about that movie and the music, the whole flavor of it. We're gonna definitely dive deep into that movie at some point. And Lance Chapin says I'm on Tug's channel tomorrow at 12. Okay, well I'll try to get that. I do have some appointments tomorrow. I'll try to do it, but maybe yeah, some of the guys here might want to check you out at Tug's channel. And Tug is actually the unapologetic geek, and that would be his channel. So, um, and Alien the same year, yes, Alien did was scary too, but I was okay with it. Yes, it's the spinning blades. Yeah, the spinning blades freaked me out. I was like, what? And then Anthony Perkins looking all suspicious back there. Sorry, but Anthony Perkins, after seeing the uh Psycho, I never trusted him again in another movie. Okay? Just never trusted him again in another movie. And so when I saw him, it was just like, oh my God, what is he planning? And yes, red eyes. And let's see. And Botanical Brothers here says, "Hello, anime girl eyes, RNG." Oh, and all. Thank you. That's so sweet. Um, and um, and Lance says, "5 more today, Daryl." Oh, what did Daryl ask? Do you get any more DVDs? Oh, you got 5 more DVDs. That is awesome. That is awesome. Um, and William Blake says, we all go a little mad sometimes." And Larry says Tony Perkins never shook his creepy psycho character. Yeah, I think he was also in a movie called Mahogany, and that was also, I was like, yes, he is a creepy guy. After seeing that movie, it was like he kept doing the same kind of role, of course. I mean, he just had a natural like ability to kind of transform um, his his look. I mean, he looks like the guy next door, but and does something unique with his face. It looks like he's planning something mischievous. Like I said, after Psycho and Psycho 2 also. Oh my goodness, yeah, we just couldn't trust that guy if he was in a movie. And Lance says, okay, well, Norman Bates, yes, Norman Bates. And yeah. All right. So, I think it's time for us to get ready. It is definitely, I'm all keyed up and ready to go. Oh, look who just walked in the door. It's Darth Plato. So good to see you. We were just talking about what 3 books we would take if we were we had to go into restart or do a reboot of civilization, and you could take 3 books with you. What books would they be, Darth Plato? If you have an answer, that would be so cool. It would be nice to know what you think. Um, and Daryl says Perkins, it was okay in the Tin Star. Oh, I never saw that one. Um, and Jack says a boy's best friend is his mother. Oh gosh, I don't know about yeah, that line is so like wild. And look, it's government cheese. Made it just in time with my Chinese food. Oh, so good. Yum. That sounds wonderful, actually. So okay, so guys, I think we're getting it all ready. I have my headphones. I'm gonna put that on so that way the sounds that are coming from my computer does not get this demonetized or pulled down for copyright. So see, and give me 1 second, guys. 'Cause, I just want to put my fan on just in case. Um, all right. My goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the fan just so that way it doesn't mess with the computers, at least for now, and it's a lot cooler. And let me just adjust this um, and get everything looking like it should. So, guys, once I start the to play this um, movie, I will not be able to look at your comments. Um, so I'm going to take a quick look at the comments. I see there's a few new ones, but once I start the movie, I will not be able to look at your comments. I do have an auxiliary computer over here where I can kind of look at some of the comments and see what's going on. But if you know if there's a lot happening on screen, I won't be able to look very often. So I hope you will bear with me. But do know that I do rewatch these, and so I do see your comments. So yes, I will be able to see your comments, just not live for some of them. Yeah, and let's see. Yes, and I will be taking a look over there on occasion. Um, so the way it works, guys, and most of you know, um, is that I have my copy and you have your copy, and we watch our copies together. So I have this timer here that I will be using, and the timer will tell you where that you will be able to match up on in the story. But to get started, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. And where I would have said 0 is when we both press the button. Okay. We both press play. Okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, I'm like a second and a half behind. Okay. Wow, the timer looks great in there. Okay. Um, well, Larry says 3 books, not downloads. Botanical Brother says one of my favorite time associated dialogues from a movie is in Star Trek Generations, Captain Picard. Someone once told me that time is a predator that stalks all of our lives. That's really great. And the opening with all of the clocks is reminiscent of it's something that the Back to the Future kind of uses in their opening for I believe the first movie. And then there's that big clock tower, and there's a big clock tower in this movie as well. Yes, the score is by Russell Garcia, who did a fantastic job. Um, so like it's a little romantic, soft. Doesn't sound like the score for a science fiction movie. Oh, that's David Philby, and he owns that shop right across the street from uh George's home. I love how they set everything up with like the dress shop and all that stuff. Um, but it's right across the street from George's home. And see what you guys are saying. Larry says the time machine is iconic. Many copies have been produced over the years. Yeah, pretty much. And Adams here says the The floating clocks look like the opening of Twilight Zone. Exactly. Exactly. Um, oh no, William, you're all right, William. It's so great to have you stop by. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your comments and everything. Um, just hope to see you again real soon. And her name is Mrs. Watch It, like you watch a clock. And if you, I don't know if you can hear all of the clocks that are going on in that room. He's obsessed with time. And Daryl says Yvette Mamu was actually underage when shooting began. Yes, she was. She turned 18 during the shoot and was not legally supposed to work a full shooting schedule, but did. Yes, she did. Look, the look of surprise and the music and everything. It's just setting up all this drama. He makes one for himself. Not really. Ah, all the time in the world. Oh, yeah, so this is they went back in time, for a flashback here. Give me one moment, guys. Mm, mm. Mm. I just love his acting. I Ra I do love his acting. It's really good. Rod Taylor's acting, so good. So good. So in this moment, he's so proud of his invention, and everybody is like, what the heck are you talking about?" They don't understand. Uh, I do like the ideas of, scientists getting together to discuss ideas over dinner. These private meetings, but they're like super casual. A miniature time machine. I want one of those, guys. I wonder if I could make something like that. Probably could. Look at his face. Look at how excited he is about the possibilities. Interesting. That the future cannot be changed, he said. I like the way they're setting it up so you know what is going to happen later. So you can follow this. So simple. The way they I love the way they used to build suspense. They have all the characters looking at it like, "Whoa." And then the music is just, like, mysterious. So cool. Yeah, that's a good question. Yes. I love the explanation that they yes, times times yeah, time changes space. Great. Mwah. What are you guys going saying? Uh, mm. Government Cheese says, I remember renting this movie from my library when I was a kid and loving it. Oh, that is so awesome. Oh my God. I used to love going to the library. That was my favorite place to be when I was a kid. See, yeah, this is part of his like he's got this invention and they're like, "Oh no, we're fighting a war now, so we can put you on inventing weapons." Absolutely not. It's not well. At least he's got of all of them, there's like two of them that actually care about him. That's interesting. That time that was New Year was sort of picked because New Year is sort of the the one point of the year where you kind of think about the future, think about time a lot, about time passing, what year it is, that kind of stuff. So it's a great idea to use New Year as a anchor point. Yeah, this is the war that's going on. I believe it's World War One. That's a true friend. And like they didn't forget to add in all of the sound effects for the clocks. I love it. Yeah, he's gonna do it. Oh my god, guys, would you do that? Would you travel in the future? Or would you get on a time machine? I think a lot of people would. I'm not sure if I would. Wow, cold. And oh, so the baby Jamie is David's son. Uh, plays a big part in the movie. But he obviously likes Jamie. He has a soft spot for Jamie. He's like, "Oh, sure." I kinda like that he changed it, he warmed up at the end. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know? I like that part of the story, like, that he's a real person that's, not just, like, one note, but complex. Oh, and the year is turning to, 1900. Interesting. And there's the note that he wrote for them to read. Very nice touch. No stone unturned in this. I love that. These little details. There it is, guys. The life-size version. And he locks the door. Ah, it's magnificent. Ah, so beautiful. Let me see what you guys are saying. Adam says the date on this New Year's Eve will be whoa. It's too many numbers for me to repeat. Um oh, okay. The Boer War in South Africa, uh, World War One is 15 years later. Yes, and that's what they're trying to say is that this was just the beginning of something that was going to be developing in World War One, which they're going to show, which I love that they showed like what the war had done to their to where he lives and the people and so on. Uh-oh, here it goes. Oh, here we go, guys. Oh, it's just a few hours. I love the expression on his face. He's like super, super proud of himself and excited. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, and there's the store. Uh-oh. I love the narration also too during this part. It's really like that's really well told, like telling a story visually. That's really cool, like all the changes that they did to show just to show the passage of time. Really brilliant. Oh, this is all the apple that was all drawn and painted. Isn't that like a beautiful transition of that room? Totally different now. Ooh, spider webs. I hate them. And I don't even want to know the kind of spiders that made these webs. Okay. I don't even want to know. Like, oh no. Horrible. Horrible. Yuck. See what you guys saying. Um, and government chief says New Year's always makes me think of the Twilight Zone. Grew up on the marathons. Oh, cool. Adam says, I travel a few days into the future, get to get the winning lottery numbers, then come back to present day and buy a lottery ticket with the winning numbers. Smart. It's really smart. And I was like, oh, what could you do with a time machine? You could do that. You could do that. And Joseph Begay says, it's a, a good time. It's a good touch how he experiments with the passing of time. I thought so too, because you're really feeling the emotions that he's going through. Like he's explaining and talking his way through his curiosity of time traveling and using the machine and understanding how it's working. Um, as much as uh, it's the characters doing what the character's doing, he's also telling us information about what's going on. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The storytelling here is so good. So good. My allergies are killing me right now, guys. So crazy. Jamie, this little Jamie. Yeah, yeah, and he would have probably been drafted to the war as well and killed in that war. So he kind of dodged the the draft or whatever. Probably if not drafted, volunteered. It's so sweet. His father kept it, kept his home, like, just as it is. So nice. Yeah, the war. Yeah, and yeah, most of the people that he's probably known, and scientists even, are probably all dead. I feel bad for him at this point. Because if you did, like, go, like, so far into the future, like, say, 15 years into the future, a lot of things would probably be different. So he was only 17 years into the future. Um, yeah, and he's removing these, um, planks so he can see the store again while he travels through time. I always thought that was kinda sweet. See what you guys think. Adam Adam says the narration is like the captain's log from Star Trek. Yes, it is. And Joseph says it would be sad to see how friends dearest to our hearts would be um, would be loyal to their friends' memories, yet would leave the world as a result of something that he despised. War. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, that mode. Really sad, and I think he played it perfectly. This was yeah, World War II. Wow. Ugh. Yeah, August 1966, huh? A new war, different war that was being predicted, I guess. Yeah, the movie is predicting yet another war. Oh, this is oh, that's nice. Look at how padded up he is. Now, okay, for this actor is, is is doing the most, right? He's got, like, 3 different characters. Huh. He's like, yeah." Atomic satellites, and I can see that they're using some, matte technology there. Ooh, atomic bombs. Get inside the time machine. I don't know, if it was me, like, as soon as the sirens went off, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm outta here." Yeah, you better get in there, and at some point, you've gotta stop looking, and you've gotta move. But oh, yeah, um, all of this volcanic movement, that I believe that's oatmeal that that used food coloring to make it a very, low end, uh, hack that they did there. Is really cool. The only thing I would question is, where the air, like, he wouldn't be able to, uh, like, how he would be able to breathe encased in rock. And Joseph says this timeline was 4 years after the Cuban Missile Crisis. There we go, finally. Yeah. And I think this is where it looks like he went too far into the future, just a smidge, because I think he wanted to see that utopian world. Um, and yeah, and he ended up a little bit too far ahead because when he was trying to get out of the rock, he was going really, really far into the future, really, really fast. But um, when it started to finally clear, he didn't slow it down. He was supposed to slow it down just a little. Um, it's just so funny that in his time, this is all kind of where his home is. All of this stuff is like built around where his home is, um, in his time period. So I always thought that was really cool. Give me a second, guys. My allergies are going bonkers today. Um, just a smidge. That's a matte painting. As far as I can tell, I think that's a matte painting. Um, so cool. You see where they put the matte painting over top the the actual set. It's really kind of nice that they like today you wouldn't even be able to see the seams of that because that we've got it mastered pretty much. And then would didn't know how to do it. I think they did it the best way they could back then. And that's just amazing stuff. Oh, Daryl Johnson coming in with the information. Um, let's see. And Jakers88 is here. Hello, Jakers88. Great to see ya. Daryl says, just like what I was saying about the lava, it's was oatmeal with orange and red food coloring. Um, yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. Very inexpensive, but it was well done. I believe it was $75,000 total, the budget for this film. Incredible for 1960. 1960. That's pretty cool. And I have a theory about the Eloy I'm going to share with you guys, but let's get to the point where we see when we see them. Building music sounds like something terrible is going to happen, but it's more like the character is getting more frustrated and he can't find anybody. There it is, people laughing. What he's been looking for. Humanity. Okay, so this part is very interesting. So she's drowning and nobody's trying to help her. They're just looking at her like, okay. They're like looking at her like, what? Look, it looks like she just swam. Doesn't it look like she just swam? I just love the way they're like looking at him like, what is going on here? He's like, well, wow. Where's my thank you? What's wrong with everybody? He's still alone. Poor thing. She made a quick costume change and she gives him back his jacket. Hungry Jerk is still listening. Okay. So awesome. Nina. I like the way they make the music so sweet. She's so pleased. He's like, they do not care. Yeah, all of the fruits are like gigantuan. Everybody's so weird. He's so frustrated. It's just like, he just he's hoping to meet intelligent life. And they're like, "Yeah, okay." This is the best part. I love the way he's like, "Sorry, but that just gets me every time." Ah, he's like, "Yes, finally." Wow. History gone like that. The guy is like, what the heck is he talking about? Mm, I love that. That looks like the little piano, like mysterious. Like, which way did I come from? Yeah, they. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but I do love. I love the music and the drama of it. I love the fact that there's like clear markings that they took it inside that building. What are you guys saying? Jaker says books. Yeah, we have books. Yeah, yeah, Daryl. We talked about that a little bit earlier about Mrs. Watchett is really um it's one of those beautiful little details in the story, and the emphasis on clocks and clocks ticking. I always love this statue. Um, and then the piano in the background. Love it. Love it. And what I love is that you don't see the Morlocks yet. You don't see them yet, but they're look at them. They're in the background. Yeah, that's right. There's something to do with fire because fire is light, and they're used to being in dark spaces. That's what they are, pretty much. Oh, what a cute little actress. She's just like I love the way they make her so happy um and like bright. Wow, scary. He's just getting mad at angrier and angrier. Yeah. He's seeing some hope. Yes. She's so adorable. Oh, there's no past. It's ooh, this is interesting. For these people, there's no past and no future. Where he is time is in the present, whereas for him it's everywhere. Past, future, present, all happening all at once. He's beginning to believe in humanity again. Oh, this is a really good part, right? I think it is. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. The rings. Joseph says, people simply exist now and have no aspirations beyond the now. Yeah. I always thought that was really cool. But at the end, it's like, we must die. It's like goes down. Oh yeah, that's where the Morlocks. Yeah, the serpents. And mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Aw. Oh, this is the part that's really wild. I this part was I saw this for the first time and I was like, "What the heck?" And the sirens sound like, sirens that would go off when there was, like, a war or, bomb, um, and so somehow it had programmed these people to just go towards the shelter, uh, that is so freaky. to see everyone like walking like zombies almost. There's Weena. I love the fact that they don't show you exactly, but it's too late once it's too late. And all this time, he's been trying to get past those doors. This would have been the perfect time for him to do it. You see? But I love it. They're like, they don't know anything. They're just totally like, oh, like they're like in a totally brainwashed, right? Is pretty much it. And they probably they can think on their own. They just don't um for a lot of people sometimes like even thinking on your own it means that things will change and changing is hard for human beings to do. But here they come. They're like, what's going on with this weird guy that's always yelling at us? He's like I call him like his their surrogate papa because he kind of takes on that role like as their father figure. Like what's going on? This is when he learns the bleak truth. Oh, Bonzo Kilborn is here. Hi, Bonzo Kilborn. Oh, yes. Oh, Joseph. You're saying it became the dinner bell for the Morlocks. What a good that was great. Oh, I love this cave, the whole design of it and everything. Yeah, beautiful. The colors, very rich, very beautiful, very exotic, strange, mysterious. Great sets. I mean, absolutely. holds up, doesn't feel like 1960. Just look at that. Look at the colors. Oh, they're so beautiful. Finding out the truth, guys. Ew. Oh, there's one. And that isn't that cool? Like they're just like blend in with the rocks. They know he's there. And those glowing eyes, perfect. Perfect scaring. I know like it must be like for kids that in the 1960s, this must have been super, super scary for them. Seeing the Morlock's eyes. Oh, I do love how rich the colors are in um this set. There they are, they're hiding. Ooh. So good. They're like soon as he turns around, they're gone. Perfect. I would love for somebody to use some of these old effects now. I mean, like, uh, these techniques, just to see if they would still work. I think they would. Ah! He was like, "Ooh." We're about to get them. They're just like cattle. They're just walking to their doom. Woo! Oh yeah, beautiful effect. Beautiful effect. Look at them. Oh my god. I love it. He's like, burn. Oh, all of these guys are wrestlers. These small, the Morlocks. But they said that Rod um wasn't that tall, so they had to cast everybody shorter than him. So they what are we talking about, like 5'3", 5'5"? Ooh. Wow, 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 wow. You see some of the paint that's coming off that guy. He's fighting it. And that guy is just, like, up against the stone, like, completely, like he's like, "I don't know." That's pretty insane. Wow. Uh-oh. Balling up his hand into a fist. Do something. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Ah! Ooh. Go get that torch. Woo-wee! I do love that part. Oh, I love the Morlocks are like, "Ooh." Uh, did he, like, explode? That guy? How exciting is this movie? It's super exciting. The pacing is pretty good, right? So good. And I feel like he feels so useful here versus, like, where he's from, where his ideas are pretty much like people no one wants to hear his ideas. Uh, you know, they're like, pretty much refuting everything he says, and these guys are like they're like sponges, whatever he says, you know? And I believe that's a miniature there. Well, there's, like, cut in between miniatures and full-size items. So cool. Oh, yeah, that now they have to, uh, get their own food and make their own clothes. Aw. Yeah, that was the interesting question I had at the end. She's, like, checking to see if he's got another lady. Aw. She's like, "Ooh." Oh. Aw. See, that's another thing. He said, "I wish we could go back. I wish we could go back to the time when the world was young." He threw a little bit of that in the story, so I thought I was like, maybe he doesn't always go back. Maybe he gets Weena and they go back in time. And she was gonna go, but then she was like, "Ah, oh no." Honestly, if he didn't go back, it would break her heart. She see how she ah, just barely made it. Oh, that's not bad effects for the time. Stop motion. So he at first, he was going forward into the future, that's why the, um the Morlock disintegrated. Um, but I thought that was interesting. Okay, he's gotta do it right this time. He can't just shut it down fast. He has gotta do it slowly. See how they did it this time? It's like they leave little details and then they show you. I, that's why I love this movie. He's back to 1900, but this time he's outside of the of his house, which is a very another great detail. And now we're back to the beginning of the movie. Very nice. See, this is how I think he changed his future a little bit. He could have, at least, if he was going to change his future. If he was going to change the future. And these guys are like, ah, we don't care about a flower. And here's the same guy that was concerned before. Continuity. Hmm. Saying goodbye forever. If I don't know if my friend came in the room like this and said he went to the future, I might believe him. I don't know. It's a tough one. Hmm. I think they don't believe it, but there's a little bit of like curiosity as to maybe. And then like this part is what makes me think that maybe they carry on just a little bit differently in the future. That he makes it that George makes an impact somehow. Oh yeah, he dragged it back inside so he could be on the other side of the wall so he could be with Weena. Yeah. Yeah, these two guys believe in time travel now. They definitely believe. Yep. I love that part. I love it so much. I thought that was just the it's perfect. Just perfect. Mhm. Aw. Yay! Oh my God, guys. This is awesome. Um, and if you notice how quickly there's no credits there because of course it was all done in the beginning. Wow. Uh what a movie. What a movie, guys. What a movie. Just love it. Just love it so much. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Woo. Goodness grief, that was so good. I love that movie so much, guys. So much. I do love it. Oh my goodness. Uh, oh look, it's Stun Brat is here. Hi, Stun Brat. How are you? Good to see you. Let's see. I don't want to go too far back, but I do want to see. Let's see. Joseph has a bit to say here. Um, yes, okay. Joseph says, after many years of no resistance, it doesn't surprise me that Morlocks were not prepared to fight. Ooh, great assessment there. Now, I know in the remake, the Morlocks were like out of control, weird looking creatures. But I feel like these guys are more believable. Just saying. Um, and Joseph also says after many years of centuries of non-resistant doesn't surprise me. Okay, that was for some reason that repeated. Um, and that and also repeated again. I don't know why it repeated 3 times. And Yvette Mamu Mim Yu Weena was 80 years old when she passed away in January 17th, 2022. Yes, she died unfortunately last year. Uh, but a wonderful actress. And she was not she was um 17, turned 18 during this movie, and went on to do quite a few pretty cool movies. One of them being um The Black Hole, which we talked about just a little bit. Hungry Jerk saying that he's still here. You're still here. um and Joseph VA says, it brings to wonder the idea of people being pacifists. Stuntbrat says, "Hey, my retro nerd girl, you look gorgeous today. Nerdy hugs." Oh, thank you. Hugs back to you. Ooh. And let's see. And Jack also says, great watch, RNG. Many of H.G. Wells' works have been made into films. Things to Come and Island of Dr. Moreau, and The Invisible Man in the 30s. This and War of the Worlds later. What material? Yes, really great stuff. Things to Come. They made. I don't know if you remember sometime in during this. Um, uh, the movie, he says shape of things to come. And I was like, inside me, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should mention that, but yes, there's also a little mention of things to come. And I really enjoyed the movie Things to Come, even though so many people have differing views on the messaging of that movie. I do adore their take on a lot of the way it portrayed the future, and it predicted a lot of really cool and interesting technology pieces that we use today, including cell phones and tablets and flat TVs. So it was really kind of cool to see all that play out in that movie, and we'll do a watch party for it one day, definitely. Um, and Joseph said, I love how this movie ends with a question that challenges the viewers. Yes, and we're part of the story, guys. I love it. I love that we're part of the story. We get to discuss like what three books would we take with us to if we wanted to restart civilization, and we also get the curiousness as to did he actually you know, did he impact the past to change the future enough that, it would change things that he wouldn't, mm, when he went to the future was still there. That's the thing about going back to the past or time travel is that you can influence what will happen. And so, oh my goodness, thank you. Adam here is just absolutely the kindest. Thank you so much. It says a time travel gift for RNG. So wonderful. Thank you so much. Let me see. I do have a thank you for you. How about this one? Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we do have also a gift from Unicorn Rampant Studios. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Thank you. And says, "Yay, stunt rat!" Yes. Oh my goodness. That is so sweet. Thank you. And I do have one that a thank you for you. Oh man, I do love that. The dancing at the end. And Jakers 88. Wow, a $15 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Says this book and movie meant a lot to me. Okay. And it was great to watch it with RNG and the crew. Thanks. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yes, I mean, I think that I do adore these watch parties so much. And I'm boning up on my classic sci-fi as well. And just looking at all of the little details in these films and how they make me feel. It's just pretty incredible. When I think about it. But yes, I do have a thank you for you as well. Try this one. And Unicorn says, I'm out in the neighborhood walking dogs and running into people, so I'm only listening in. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And says, Mwah. And 80s made consumer is also here. Great to see you, 80s made consumer. And uh Jack says, I would Wizard of Oz, and I give it to Zed. This is in response to Sunbrent, who says, I would take Wizard of Oz. Haha. Yeah, well, Wizard of Oz, definitely I should put that on my watch list as something that maybe to do a watch party of, because isn't that a wonderful movie? And I certainly have a copy um, of the of that. Just love it. Um, and Sunbret also says today it's my bestie's birthday and my Judy Garland's birthday. Judy would be 101 years old. Wow! Oh, wow, I didn't know. Yeah, she's, I mean, an icon and a musical icon. And she did everything. She danced, sang, she acted. She sings one of my favorite Christmas songs. And she's just incredible, incredible. She was so incredible. And her daughter is incredible too. Just that family. Um, yes, Jack says Judy was one of the greats. She certainly was incredible, incredible. This is absolutely. I took my brats to see Lorna Luft in concert in Beverly Hills, like in 2005. Wow, and yeah, I mean, she's yep, and Lorna Luft is Judy's younger daughter. Yep. Um, and just incredible, incredible. Um, I hate to end the stream, but this is, I think we're come to the end, and there's not much else I can say about the time machine except for what a wonderful classic it is, and just uh, how timeless it feels, right? I don't know. For me, I think being that it is a time piece, like you're actually we're going back to the 1800, the dawn of 1900, and kind of visiting that time period. It feels natural for the time traveling, and it doesn't make me feel as if this was a 1960s movie. It feels like something read from a book. It definitely feels like it captured the flavor of the 1800s, early 1900s. So yeah, just love it, love it, love it. And let's see, I will. Uh, Costello is here. Says Guy Pearce was great in this and Count of Monte Cristo. Yes, the remake of the time travel, um, the time machine, and that was in 2002. And he was also great in the Count of Monte Cristo and a few other incredible movies. Wonderful actor. Um, and absolutely love his works. So Yes, the remake has Guy Pearce. It's wonderful. I do like that movie. It's different. It's definitely different. But it is I know there's some people who just think it's garbage, but there was something important to say in that movie. It just was different than what was told in this movie. Oh my goodness. Joseph Joseph, thank you so much. Says have a good dinner and keep in good health. If I was to have a daughter, I would hope that it would be someone like you. Oh my gosh, thank you, Joseph. You are super, super kind. Oh gosh. Super kind, thank you. Let me find an appropriate thank you for you. We'll do this one. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Um, and Stellar says Orlando Jones was also in the remake. Yes, and he usually does comedy, but he was actually really good in that. I thought he played a pretty good part. And Stellar says uh, just past the story mode of Street Fighter 6. Oh, okay. And Stunbrat says, Joseph, you rock. Yes, you do rock. Thank you so much. And Unicorn Rampant Studio says, and Jack says, worst H.G. Wells adaptation. I nominate Island of Dr. Moreau with Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer. I heard that that movie had some challenges, and I think there is a documentary on what happened there. A lot of things fell apart. People went insane. It was just a hot mess. But the Island of Dr. Moreau that was done in the 70s with Michael York, ooh, that was so good. That was a good movie. I did enjoy it. It was gritty and dirty, and it was just they did such a uh, great work telling that story. And Kevin Kline, In and Out Dancing, should be added to your videos. Okay, I will see if I can find something like that for my next grouping of thank you videos. And Brogu says, thank you, RNG, for watching. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I'm going to start that so that way I can play it on the outro. And Costello says, Marlon Brando looks so bored in that film. The shoot from hell. Yes, I heard it was a terrible shoot, and a lot of people were spiraling out of control. So, guys, being that we're at the close, I am going to play my closing video, and that video is um, about 3.5 minutes, and this will give you enough time to say goodbye to the friends that you have in the chat, and also some of the friends that you made this evening, and any last words you want to say to me personally, or if you want to talk more about the movie, go ahead and leave it in the chat. And any love we can give to the great Judy Garland, and her wonderful family. And we will. And so, going ahead and without further ado, oh, before we go, I wanted to remind you guys about the upcoming videos. So, upcoming videos Wednesday morning, Modern Take Mornings. Going to be looking at the movie Extraction because the week after, Netflix is releasing Extraction too. So I kind of want to go and take a look at those two movies. Then on Friday, I will be doing my 7th year anniversary video. and that will start a little bit later than usual, just to give me more time to have some, to keep going a little bit later. I want to do an extra long stream for you guys because I think it'll be fun, and I'm going to be talking about my YouTube experience. And so, any aspirating or anybody who's got aspirations for to do YouTube, please, save up your questions for that night or any questions you may have about my channel presently or plans for the future. Definitely gonna do that. And then the next night, which will be next Saturday, the watch party for that will be the very first movie that I reviewed on this channel, which is the day the Earth stood still. And that's one of my favorite movies. Definitely another classic, and I can't wait to watch that movie with you guys. So anyway, without further ado, I bid you adieu, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Mwah.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.